Sikwamukele kwi-Imbizo podcast episode 2. Yakhumbula episode 1 sasikade sino Vuskhoza, so sikwamukela ke manje kwi-episode 2 of Imbizo podcast. Alright, so ezina ukuthi sikhuluma izinto ezahlukahlukene, especially ethinta ipolitiki nezinye izinto ezithinta ke amabhizinisi ngokuhlukahlukana. So ke namhlanje I know yacabanga mhlawumbe ngabe sinobani e-studio, sivakashelwe ke uZwakele Mncwango, a politician. Well, makhulunywa ngoZwakele Mncwango, then uyamazi kwi-Democratic Alliance, from a DUT, right? From a DUT, wakhula njalo, and then waze wenza i-decision yokushiya i-Democratic Alliance. And abantu abaningi bayobuza ukuthi, hawu, uMncwango eshiya i-Democratic Alliance, mhlawumbe ngakafiki naku-national, okay? Where mhlawumbe sithi Democratic Alliance, mhlawumbe ilidwa uyena uMncwango, or mhlambe bamnikeze a position of being a minister, but why eshiya esephethe isifundazwe saKwaZulu-Natal? And isifundazwe saKwaZulu-Natal, we all know ukuthi sidlala indima engakanani kwipolitiki yaseNingizimu Afrika. But then he decided ukuphuma ku-Democratic Alliance. Wahlala I think few weeks, few months, then wavumbuka kwi-Action SA. And umbuzo waqala futhi ukuthi why Action SA kunama political parties amangaka? Because we know him uzwana ke nabo so politics abahlukahlukene kwisifundazwe. We've seen him with ama politicians akwi-ANC, we've seen him with ama politicians kwamanye ama political parties including i-EFF, outside of ipolitiki or outside of i-office. But why choose Action SA? All those questions azophenduleka ke today kwimbizo podcast. Siyakwamukela ke njengamanje. Alright, sambe sikena kuZwakele Mncwango. Baba Mncwango, uyaphila?
Bele nje manje. Ngibikelele nababukeli bembizo.
Sure.
Podcast. Sibonge lithuba.
Yeah.
Elingqazi vele ukuthi sibe nani namhlanje.
Kuhamba kahle?
Hayi kuhamba kahle kakhulu.
No, siyabonga. Ngiyakhumbula sigcina ukuba ne-interview nawe, saba ne-interview emsakazweni iZilomzansi la ngisebenza khona. Saxoxa then salimithwa isikhathi, right? So ezinye izinto kwi-podcast lezo isizayo ngoba we all know ukuthi isikhathi sinaso, and uyakwazi na ukuthi ukukhuluma ukhululeke masikhuluma ngezinto eziningi ezahlukahlukene because asikho where silimitheke khona, right? But now let's go back kuMncwango. From a Democratic Alliance, uMncwango choosing to be a politician, was it something yayithi vele mina ngifuna ukuba a politician, or it's something yavele yaqhamuka nje because ngizama ukubheka a guy from KwaNongoma, uyabona, egcineni deciding ukuba a politician, and on top of that being a politician or being a leader kwi-political party associated with racism, a guy from KwaNongoma. So take us back.
Yeah, I think interesting journey. Ngoba ngithi sometimes phecelezi ngingakubiza ngokuthi I was accidental leader.
Okay.
Ngizokuchaza ukuthi kanjani. Kodwa angaze ngicabange ngepolitiki.
Okay.
Mangisakhula. Ngikhule KwaNongoma in a space where ipolitiki sikhule siyazi ipolitiki nje yokuthi kunenkatha kunoShane Mandela singayinaki into lezi futhi.
Yeah.
Uyabona sigcishwa ke propaganda ke ukuthi hayi Mandela ibhantili wabulala abantu. Yabona propaganda semakhaya.
Sure.
Okhula ngayo.
Yeah.
Uyabona. Engicabanga ukuthi nayo ibe nomthelela of being who I am today ngoba uyabona mawukhule kwipolitiki ye-propaganda, then when you go to a university, because coming from rural areas you are saying inkomo, coming from a big family, awinayo intakhunde zangaphandle nesekhaya, then I come to a university ngiyayifundela ngiqala manje ngiyabuka izinto ngokuhluka. Then mind you ukuthi 94 ngise high school mina, and now things start to shape differently.
Yeah.
Then we are suka manje uza e-university. How now you start to understand how ebe ngizwa kanti nge-ANC ngoMandela ngiyona ebengiyifundiswa emakhaya yabo. Okay, and I've never joined any party mina ke before that. Then e-university aqala ngaba politically conscious.
Okay.
But angabe involved nepolitiki.
Yeah.
Ngoba nje uqala ukuthi okay, politiki kanje qala ngayilandela kancane politiki, and then yimloya ngiya kwi-private sector ngasebenza because I was doing electrical engineering. So fortunately zange ngihlale ngifuna umsebenzi. Ngihlale ngisho na our advantage of then asikasifuna umsebenzi. Asifika ama companies ama university osifuna university. So angiyazi kuthiwa i-CV, kuthiwa gijima ne-CV.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate about that. Ongasenzeki manje. So ngahamba ngayosebenza funda khona. Mangiqala ngisebenza, hayi ku industry now I'm working here as electrical engineer. Ngiyaqala manje ngibuka izinto ukuthi hayi man. This country engazi ukuthi iyasidinga because we are complaining about the direction of the country. But umbuzo khona ukuthi kuyangizena complain from outside. It was then when I said Devonport, then I met Roger Barrows.
Okay.
Who was a DA leader then.
Yeah.
Then I've engaged him in politics. In fact, I was passing the office DA at Devonport. Then, okay. Then I got to understand more about the DA. But I must tell you also a very interesting part.
Yeah.
Before deciding to join the DA, I even went to a manifesto,
Okay.
Because I was starting to be politically conscious.
So that was 1990, what, 7, 8?
No. I wasn't going to
Oh, okay.
2000 lapho nje.
Okay.
I included office level.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So then ngaqala ngase ngiba na interest epolitiki.
Yeah.
But ngase kuba nento ethi mina no, but mangijoin organization, I must join organization align now with my values. Then I have to ask myself, what exactly do I want?
Sure.
You know. Then kwafika kumina ukuthi as much as we're coming from a painful history where we are polarized, where race, divisions and all those things. But ngaba now nite vision ethi I would want to see a country where we live together. You know, we live together united and within our diversity, you know, sibanga izinto. Nganginalokho ukuthi ngiyafisa siphile ndawonye nje.
Sure.
Whether u black, umhlophe, umndiya, colors, siphile ndawonye. Yes, history yona ikhona kodwa what singenza kanjani. Then kwaba nakho ukuthi at that time ukhuluma no Barrows wanginika nje isithombe sokuthi no, as much as EDA predominantly kwi-organization nabantu abamhlophe kodwa nayi vision ye-organization yokuthi they are really looking forward in uniting the country. At time it was when kunale issue between split.
Okay.
Say with DP forming a DA, you remember?
Yeah.
NNP.
Yeah.
You know. So now kwakuthi they abantu akade benobandlululo la be NNP moving away from DP kwasukuba i-DA Alliance. Why DA ekhuluma nge-unity.
Okay.
That's how then I got interested with DA because I was feeling what I'm aligning with EDA. And even if you read the vision and principle of organization, you will easily align if you believe the way you believe.
Yeah.
But again, fast forward, I wasn't really joining politics because I feel fully involved.
Yeah.
Let me just contribute. Kwaba khona ukuthi for some reason leadership then saw a potential in me. Bazama unqenqa ukuthi ngibe ikhansela. Into understand into ikhansela yabo. Uyacabanga ukuthi ngiyisebenzela ngiyabona uyabuka nje ngisuka industry ngiyoba ikhansela yabo. Into understand ikhansela.
Yeah, but why were you vocal? Beze bebona ukuthi no, we can
yes,
this guy singamenza abe ikhansela kanjalo.
Yes, definitely. Remember I served my structures nje.
Yeah.
Ngithala la ngaseGlenwood.
Okay.
I served my structures nje. I was vocal then they were persuading me ukuthi ngibe i-councillor. I think this will persuade me from, I think, 2006, where they decided to persuade me very hard. That time, I was saving my structures with youth because we were forming. You remember, myself, Nabo Sizo Mchunu, Nabo Ghana, Nabo Kume, all those guys were building youth DA. It was before the figure bombali, figure bomb, so no Lindy Masabugo. It was way before Befig. So there's the team that was there as young black leaders. And I think also Umbrasniki platform, Usbundebele. It's very strange, I don't understand this. Usbundebele formed youth parliament.
Okay.
Igeko. Then youth parliament was inviting young people from different parties.
Okay.
It started Karatina, Nabo Duma, all those that crew leyo. Youth parliament. So most of the leaders of our generation, bonga Usbundebe. I think Omkuleo even came after us. Then asakumbula noma ukuthi IP wabe umuntu okhona ingane ekuthiwa uyouth emdala asakumbula noma khona kha IP nalo leyo ukuthi umuntu ngoba IP asesa we young faith we young ko IP umuntu youth ayina 40 lapho sinasibo 20 something yabona so so
uzonibhulisha
so asakumbula ubani bebekhona, but I think even abo Tula Sizwe, if I'm mistaken, also came from your parliament as well. I am saying one person who's not being recognized about all of us. That platform was not given to ANC. That platform was given to all parties. And we're all groomed. I think the first youth parliament, about Mhlongo, waba speaker or something. Kuleyo parliament there.
Yes,
So I think we were privileged when we got a platform. So then through those platforms, then you are the potential out. Then baqala ke basengena kwi counseling. Ngangena kwi counseling 2011. Ngaba nje 2026 nganqaba. Hayi ngayibona leyo. 2011 I was persuaded ngaze ngavuma ngangena counseling. Mangithi I see myself as central leader. It's because nalapho ngingena kwi council. Ngizongena within a year kwa nabantu abavukela umbuso kwakhona caucus leader uTex Collins. Ngikhumbulayo. Bavukela umbuso wakhe ngaphakathi. Ngisemusha mina ngazi kwenzakalani la yabona. Then kwane motion. Yokumremove uTex. How? Then mase remove uTex. Next thing labantu bemkhipha sebexabana bodwa. Abexabana bodwa. Hey, kuze kumina shuthi abantu abelida le division kwi caucus kwakhona okuthiwa uChapman kube no Dean
yes ngiyabona uDean.
So uDean was very divisive unjalo vele nje very divisive. So why leader lento yokukhipha uTex kanti nayo power hungry lento uyayifuna lo mshini uma kuhamba isikhathi sebebona ukuthi engazi ukuthi
bayasetshenziswa
bebehamba ndawonye kodwa bahambi ndawonye kodwa kuyenze ukuthi nihambe nezinto ndawonye nitshela ukuthi nifunde efanayo so kwenzeka kanjalo ke mabehamba sebenqubuzana endleleni ukuthi hayi asahambi ndawonye kwabuya manje laba abanye bazothi hayi ngeke Mncwango babone ukuthi out of caucus nanga umuntu ongabhitha lo muntu lo ade behamba naye mase behlwana phakathi then they persuade me ukuthi indoda awu contest kwasho ukuthi naye uTex Collins wayene blockade wemsupport base behlangana nalabo abasuka ngala ufuna ukudefeata lo behamba phambili leading ukhishwa kaTex Collins ehamba nabo Dean but kwase behlukene phakathi so kwaba ukuthi the enemy we've got common enemy now of that person bahlangana by majority that's how I got elected. Hence I'm saying I always believe I was a leader by accident. Then everything yalendeva kwalokho ke then umuntu wakhula ke because now ngase ngifakwe kulezi nyawo ezinkulu ezingawo kumele ngigcwalise eThekwini now singiyoserve ku executive committee komsebenzi omkhulu but ke through uNkulunkulu kwasho khona ukuthi la shuthi ikhona into ayibeke kumina ukuthi ngizokwazi ukukhola abantu kuze kufikela ngifika khona. Then fast forward umuntu wakhula ku-organization waze nakhona futhi kuyilokuzana
ekubeni leader ku-province
nakhona futhi accidentally angikho I'm in German khona because angeze German for a few months. Then mangise German kuzoba ne-conference kukhona igenge eseMaritzburg ayizwene nomchunu bangazwene nomchunu ifuna ukumkhipha
okay
mina anginanke nomchunu si right yabo in fact awuthami nje
okay kuze ukuthi ungasali ngemuva mekhuluma ngomchunu I think umchunu now is a member of ANC right yeah I remember khona interview engenza naye emsakazweni can't remember ikuluphi udaba ababelilandela but I was surprised ukuthi how mchunu so remember ANC politics is something else sure yes
so now usizo today mina naye ayikho sayibanga so lamajita athi I know afuna ukukhipha usizo
okay
mina lapho angikho out of the country kodwa ngizobuya nje cishe kuzoba i-conference ngizoba khona kwi-conference but ngeke kwathi kunama campaign akhona ngibe nje mina guys no usizwe wangena remember wayengakhethwa inkomfa wayengene ngoba uJohn waba nezikandari zakhe wasiyasoka iprovince so when John had those scandals asemkamereni waba nenkinga ke yokuthi kumele asuke esikhundleni yabo mayehamba uJohn usizwe kumina angene kodwa akakhethiwe inkomfa ungena uba deputy leader by that time so it was his first conference asiya kuyona ngithi mina no guys give the guys a chance you know ayamajita washaya usazwile uyazi ipolitiki esikhathi ababanga into zabo ecena abantu betrika wonke umuntu kwasho ukuthi amajita achachathile afuna ukushintsha yilapho phela uJiyane ayefika
yes
then Jiyane contest usizo
yes
yabo kwaJiyane was still new so he couldn't stand a chance to beat usizo nawe thela ama chance naye
politics yaseThekwini
wavuma naye ke wamcontest usizo wawina usizo then next conference then amajita abuya futhi push nayo contest ngicela contest again then that's how I won the first 2015 I think and then I won that first conference beating it was very tough time for Caesar I think after that he couldn't come back even emotionally ngathi nasekhanda kuphithana kancane walimala kakhulu unfortunately politics can be brutal
true
it was brutal kodwa ke njoba ngisho mina never had an issue with him even today I have no issue with him so then I served for 2 terms and even second term was like comfortably elected no issue there was umfowenu lo wazama ukucontesta naye wazama shame edlala into eyenzeka mfethu yabona I think it's second term
sure
I think leadership with the mina ila eqabana ngifundisa something ngabantu because you know because ngiyazi yakusha point ukuthi how I left the
okay before ufike kule point yokushiya kwi DA as ithemi yakho leyokuqala kwi province are you starting to realize ukuthi no man kunezinto ebengicabanga ukuthi zizona kanti akusizona ku Democratic Alliance?
I'm going there because it's a very interesting part because remember kuhlukile ukukhuluma ngetafula ngazangihlala kulona that's very important in life because iningi lethu sikhuluma ngokudla okusetafuleni sihleli phansi ngoba sinikwa ohle etafuleni lokho esikudlayo kodwa asikwazi akushiya etafuleni kanti sinika khona
ukuthi kusele kungakanani
yabona
sure
so ungathi wena hayi etafuleni udle inyama yenkomo kanti bekhona inkukhu anginike inkukhu wakunika inkomo kuphela.
Okay.
Then when you're saying hey lapha kudliwa inkomo
Yeah.
kanti akunika inkukhu kuphela ukuthi awazi kunenkukhu lapha. So now sengileader, remember now leader i-province.
Yeah.
Ayikho into esemele yenze kwi-province ingayazi qolo. Sengiseva kwi-federal executive. Ayikho into eyenzeka kwi-federal executive level ingayazi bese nginamba full time.
Yeah.
Ngenxa ama views ami ngikhumbula kahle ukuthi even when I was elected kunabelungu nje ababe nenkinga impela nje fundamentally have issue with me serving kwi-Luxana.
Yeah.
Kwi-federal executive. Because they knew ukuthi kusuka kuqaleni ngingena kwi-DA angaze ngincetheze mina angikwazi ukuncetheza. Now you know what happened?
Yeah.
So ngelilanga so I'm elected now.
Okay. Pause there. Were you the only black guy kuleli tafula or babe khona abanye who are black but thinking yabo is totally opposite kunalo ocabanga ngayo, hence why bona baze baba ne-issue with you being there?
Exactly right. Ngithanda umbuzo wakho. Remember ukuthi ngena mina khona umuntu ojengosizo.
Yeah.
Who will just agree yonke into abayishoyo.
Okay.
Don't question. Yabona? Now bayabona ukufika kwalo mjida lo. Uyaquestion lo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasebeyangaza angithi khathi leader la mina ngangikhona njengo deputy chair or deputy chair.
Yeah.
And bayabona istyle sami. And also ke nice into a trick. Kwa DA ngifika kwakho lento yokufuna ukudemonizer iculture yomZulu.
Oh yes.
Now kushuthi awukho progressive uma wena usakholwa ezamasiko.
Eish.
Yabona? So
yeah.
Khumbula phela ukuthi abelungu in the main have their own history ngobuzulu noshaka nani yabona. So now kunalento yokuthi example khona yamona ngulu antangena mina kade uhlalo weprovince kuHanif.
Okay.
Now uHanif was one of the crew and supporter very supportive and that guy supported me throughout. I was blessed to have him around. Now after conference kuyiwe Cape Town angikho mina, so ama MPs ke hamba ndawo. So there is an MP la yase khona umlungu waseMnambithi oyi MP. So lo mlungu nomunye khona nomunye waseHawick sanda kushona nje ngisho le weekend.
Okay.
So babezonda ke nje into yomuntu omZulu. Yebo, bezonda.
Bengayizwa nje.
Bengayizwa inhlobo nje. Abelungu baxoxa. Ngitholeke into lena ke. Baxoxa airport. Ba accuse abanye ade bengisupport. Baba nabo. Manje nina nikhethe umuntu ogqoka animal skin besho umqhele. Angithi manje ogqoka umqhele. Naye inkofa leyo. Angigqoka umqhele.
Okay.
Yabo lenkofa yangwena ke.
Yeah.
So now let ifike kumina ukuthi hawu yazi le gang mfethu airport ibikhuluma kanje ukuthi hawu ba accuse laba ukuthi hawu nina njanje nina ningama liberal manjani.
Yeah.
Nikhethe umuntu nimvotele impanje umuntu ogqoka isikhumba zezilwane yabo basho ke imvunulo.
Yeah.
Ledihlale kumina ukuthi hawu labantu kanti bacabanga nje yabo.
So a guy from kaNongoma proud ukuthi owakaNongoma.
Yes.
And manje sekunenkulumo zokuthi why do you guys choose this guy ovunulayo ofaka imqhele, but guys this guy is from kaNongoma.
Lalela wena usho ukuthi west khona ba accuse athi mina ekhaya nokuhlahlela kwenziwa izinto nje.
Yeah.
Khona ba accuse yana ukuthi beza kanjani because uMncwango uhlukumeza izilwane bekahlathwa emakhaya.
Yeah.
Yabo hlathwa inkomo nani yonke into le yabo. So abanye ba uncomfortable to be stated ngalesimo sokuthi uMncwango is rooted lelisiko la kubo akashintshi. So kwahamba about la kahle inhloso ukuthi kumele usuke kubeni wena ube into ngeyona. And uyabona ke I can tell right now any black person okwazi ukuhlala isikhathi eside kwi-DA ingoba akanama options empilweni aren ukuba lapha. Now because once you realize ukuthi no man la kunenkinga uyabona ke kuningi okwenza ubonda I know there's something wrong here. Hani masengilapha ya 2016 nayi government ifuna ufonye manje.
Yes.
Goma metros.
Yes.
Une dilemma manje ye EFF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then DA somebody from government. And the EFF that time the enemy was the ANC, also ANC. Yeah, ngabe isithando manje. So now the enemy is the ANC. The EFF is radical.
Yeah.
Then uma discusswa. Now and remember mina ngine political principle.
Sure.
Le ethi I'm against racism.
Yeah.
Regardless where it come from. And I'm against discrimination. Regardless where it come from. Now kweyami ingqondo nginento ethi FF plus ne EFF kuyafana.
Oh yes.
Now masihlela etafuleni.
Oh yes, I get.
Siyayibanga manje lento le.
Yeah.
Ukuthi la etafuleni kune belief yokuthi EFF is a racist organization.
But FF plus right.
But FF right. Yabona. Now for me,
sure.
Siyaqala siyayibanga lento lezi. Manje ideologically siyaqala manje we differ la etafuleni. No. But how is it possible? For me, gine issue the FF plus, gine issue the EFF in terms of their tone on the issue of race. So both of them never afana. Then those discussions enzeka to a point ukuthi mafoni government. It was easier ukuthi we can form government the FF plus but not the EFF. But I think at that time because it was so desperate for power.
Yeah.
Then I think Umalem also played his politics very well because what he did, he just said, I'm going to support the ANC. Then he allowed the DA to form the minority government. So now, uyabona ke i-minority government yayikhomba ukuthi awunayo signed agreement of coalition with any party, but you are in government. But kuningi umuntu akufunda lapha. And I must say this, Njoman, because angihlala lapha etafuleni. And I'm sure even Herman can attest to this. For 3 years, DA governed the EFF. Ayikazi EFF yenze ama-demand. Angaphezu kokucatsha ngomuntu. Akazi EFF. To a point ukuthi the narrative out there ukuthi EFF iyadlova, EFF izofika demand amathenda nani. At no stage EFF ever asked a tender.
For 3 years.
For 3 years. At no stage EFF ever asked uphuca abantu umhlaba. At no stage. The only thing eyabangeka between the EFF and the DA kakhulu ukuthi EFF kunenge compromise kwi budget. Yayifika demand ukuthi cha phela imali ayiye ngisemalokishini.
Oh.
Kwi budget.
Oh, okay.
Now lapho uthi i-DA focus ukhatha utshani kumasabha ko-sentini bani uyabona bethi laba no but the priority also uyabona must also be emalokishini yabo. So inkinga ayiba lapho nje kakhulu in the main kwi budget issue ukuthi but abakazi bedemand imali eza kwi EFF. So ngizama ukuchaza lokhu ngoba khona le narrative ehlale njalo ifuna ukupainta uyabona
Yeah.
ama organization ngezinto practically engenzekanga nengenzeki futhi
Yeah.
uyabona angisho ukuthi abakwenza ezinye indawo ngikhuluma on my own life experience angithi ngeke ngiyaziyo
Sure,
mina
yes.
yenzeka but even nalapho ila mina engaqala khona ngabuka izinto ukuthi hawo sesingaze sibreak ugovernment because si resist ukuthi imali kubantu abamnyama uyabo so we are prepared to lose government so uyaqala manje abantu ngisethafuleni manje these things zenzeka lapha mkwami
ubungayiboni phambilini
ungayiboni oba ngisho uhlele eceleni uyabona uyiboni but masulapha uyayibona izinto lezi ukuthi hayi khona izinto ezenzeka uyabo I think one thing about transition then it was very good manipulating imizwa yabantu because mayenza into izoyenza ngazi ukuthi iyenzela wena what is not and ne undertone race engenza example manje ngilid benhlale ngiyibuza ukuthi hawo makwenziwa i-polling kwaziwa kanjani ukuthi DA ikubani percentage makuvotwa ngosuku lokuvota ivote secret now but benhlale ngibona ama states makusuku lokukhetha ukuthi hayi iDA sikubani uyabona but nga understand kwenza kanjani now sengila etafuleni sengiyabona the assumption ukuthi every white person ongena kwi voting station ubala as a DA vote now we are city yabona it's a race politics kahle this is not what I subscribe for ande manje ngizama ukukhombisa ukuthi yini leqala manje ngisho umqondo ayibo lento kanti ayiyona bengithi iyona now kuningi okubona ukuthi hayibo uma kwenziwa ama campaign ayimase ngila etafuleni kwenziwa ama campaign makwenziwa I campaign mhlawumbe ya register uma uregister kuzothiwa I campaign ukuregister ningayenzi ema townships
okay
uyabona
why
lapha isizathu siyachazwa ke manje usulapha etafuleni itafula selikhona phela manje no uma kuno kusuku lokuvota lokuregister abavote uma ucampaigner emalokishini you are actually waking up ANC voters
okay
right
now
so uma kwenziwa even anti ubona thina sine numbers zene mhlawumbe ibusi number
iqhamuke
SMS
plus iday yahlupa
yes and ngiyafona kule consent ngiyafona but trust me abantu abamnyama will never very few will get ama calls because even the screening call center sizothi don't call abantu abamnyama because you are activating ANC voters
but how mhlambe ngokuthi
assumption ukuthi angithi let me tell you what happened one thing that EDA was able to do for years even namanje yenzayo is to play the fear politics racial fear politics so they will always make the white voters feel threatened by the outcomes of the elections so okumele kube ukuthi make sure ukuthi you block abantu abamnyama so now come out in numbers vote for us because Tina we protect your interest it was a undertone racial campaigns so these things yenzeka manje uyayibona man la kahle ipolitiki ranalana a race but it's not spoken out there but uyayibona etafuleni ngoba etafuleni kuyasijayizwa but then I think mina I took a conscious decision and I must correct this narrative angazi ngibe nengxabano neDA mina angazi ngabe ngiqamba manga futhi ngayiphumela nje mina ngesinqumo sami where I've decided ukuthi it's enough yacabanga lapho uzoshiya eshamthetho u chief whip opposition yabona ke la ngabona khona ukuthi sometimes empilweni Njomani, you need to be courageous.
Yeah.
So I think most of our leaders, they lack courage. Not only just human beings. We lack courage to make decisions. Sometimes you need to make a decision, no matter ukuthi sikubeka isinqumo sakho, but as long as based kwi principle. Uyabona ukushiya lapho eshamthetho, I think that time I was for me I said it's not about money anymore. I think I was earning more than 1.2 million ngonyaka. But I said, is money worth my own emotional being? Yabo? Then nganquma nje, I think ngangisangu iflight ngibuye Norway.
What no?
Yabona mose flight long distance.
Dano sekwane.
Yacabanga. Yabona I even remembered when kunama complaint. Oh, khona enye case angibuye masiswe lakhe.
Yeah.
Kuswe lakhe uyicancela seqolusini manje.
Okay, yeah.
Any case lapho nawe ame leader njalo. Uswe lakhe uzochargewa. Uchargelwa ukuthi uhambe wayolwela abantu abamnyama eplazini.
Okay.
Charges. Now remember you're a leader. Now you need to sit with this case.
And you are black.
You are black. I said no.
Yeah.
I said, yabona ke that guy I defended throughout. I said no matter what, you can't tell me ukuthi lo muntu uyasho ukuthi kune complaint eqhamuke kubantu bavictimizwa umnikazi weplaza. He went there yena uhlale how week emngeni lo yabo nje lo uhulumeni lapha ya empela. So emngeni municipality into yenzeka khona and uyolalela abantu umlungu weplaza complain ku leadership, the leadership charge lo ukuthi beyofunani lapha yana and all those charges. Yabo. So izinto njengalezo ezikwenza uthi no man kanti kwenzakalani la. Ngikhumbula umusi ehamba organization umusi, then ngise legislature, then I invited him because phela sixabene.
Yeah.
A big noise. How can you invite umusi Maimane and benaseyona EDA and all those things. But I left EDA kahle.
Yeah.
And I said, it's enough with me. Let me just go ngiyohlala ekhaya. Ngiqhubeke nempilo yami ngenze engikwenzayo. Then I will see politics later.
Okay. Now, before ushiye ku Democratic Alliance, right? Now, ngizama ukuconnect ama dots. Ukhulume ngendaba yokuthi bekunenkinga ngendlela obugqwa ngakhona yonke leyo nto leyo, right? Now, after umsindo within ANC, right? The president then kwaku former president uZuma, right? So mawubeka former president uZuma and then ubeka the current president, of which is Ramaphosa. Those are two different people, right?
Yeah.
So uZuma is from Nkandla, Ramaphosa is from Soweto. Okay? Ngokwazi kwami. Now, even netoni yashintsha ku Democratic Alliance when kubonakala ukuthi uRamaphosa is the next president of the ANC. And then there was a meeting by one of our leaders at Democratic Alliance. And that meeting yayithi ithoni yenu kumele ishintshe manje. Because uRamaphosa is ungowenu mangabeya kanjalo ngelanguage ezozwakala kahle. Take me there.
Yeah, again, remember ukuthi umsholozi has been always in a charisma yakhe. Especially kubantu bakwaZulu Natal. Ngingomunye wabantu who were against slogan. Stop Zuma. Ukhumbula kahle slogan stop Zuma campaign. Stop Zuma. Before my election, I think first time kaZuma kodwa.
Yeah.
First time yakhe nje campaign, strong campaign.
Hey, but it's dala because namanje ngithi we see a city stop MK.
Sishintshile manje ngithi.
Yeah.
I would come to that one. Now ithi lento manje hey stop Zuma. Again, remember kuhlukile masulapha etafuleni noma ngaphandle. Because lapha etafuleni uzwa yonke into ukuthi kahle nansi into la.
Yeah.
Now that time Msholozi was even decampaign internally within the ANC.
Yeah.
And EDA was being used by abanye abantu. To a point ukuthi even some of izinto okumele iDA izisho eParliament babesuke bezazi abanye beANC uzofika iDA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Even nama motion la efakwa.
Yeah.
Besuke bazi and there were meetings ayeba khona ukuthi what a strategy to, because remember as well EDA kwakumele ikwazi ukudecampaigna uZuma from the internal politics of the ANC as well, using parliament.
Oh,
because
yes.
nalaba msupportayo kumele bembone umuntu liability kwi country. So it was a strong agenda. It was run behind the scenes.
And they won.
They won. So into sayibanga-ke Tony Leon ifika ithi into sise Phoenix kunomhlangano nje siya kuma election ka 2019 mase kuma election kumele kuzongena uRamaphosa for the first term.
Okay.
Now that time Ramaphosa was deputy president before ANC conference.
Yeah.
So kumele we organization kube ne tone down ngoRamaphosa ukuze ne-ANC conference kwazi influenceka ngendlela ukuthi i-outcome yakhona ibuye naye.
Yeah.
There's a long strategy.
Hey, politics.
Yabo? So that's how politics can be. Politics vela ayona icabanga ngayo phambi kwakho. Yabo? Now kumele manje kube ukuthi, because remember at time advantage ye-DA is media propaganda. Ukuthi media iyayizwa. Now and also the use of markets.
Sure.
Ukushintsha imiqondo yabantu. Now uRamaphosa knows where ala khona ukuthi iDA eyidlala indima enkulu kwakuyena nje ukuthi abe successful. Now uthi kuThoni kule meeting kumele tone it down. uRamaphosa is a new dawn. That's the way to buy 70s. New dawn. Ukuthi if sikhuluma kabi ngoRamaphosa kuzongena the radicals. Right? Again, that's iqala phelina nga strategy so create ifear kubantu. Njengoba ngisho ukuthi iDA ipolitiki yayo is along ifear ngokwe race.
Yeah.
Now yenza abantu bafeel ukuthi supporter lo ukuze nibe ne future nini. Ngoba ngaphandle kwalona nizoba na future. That's how iqala khona ke. Then sabanga ke naye ke mina no. You can't come to a province ngiyayilida.
Yeah.
Uzositshela ukuthi now we must change and support the ANC.
Yeah.
Because indirectly what he was saying, not direct, why we must tone down with ANC Ramaphosa.
But then was there a meeting between you guys as leaders? Because when I was a leader of the Democratic Alliance ku province, so I think before nje kuze kube nayo yonke leyo nto mhlambe kwakumele uThoni Leon ahlala nawe phansi. And say Mncwango, this is indlela esicabanga ngakhona manje. Mhlambe ubona kanjani?
Remember ukuthi ezinye izinto noma zikhuluma etafuleni kuyaziwa kunabantu who have strong views like myself.
Yeah.
So izokhulunywa lapha emakhoneni.
Oh, okay.
Kodwa uyazizwa ukuthi hayi le nkulumo ikhulunywa la
Nine.
laba bawu2 khona laba ekhulume khona la iqala yabo uyayizwa iqala yabo. So I think mina ke nalapho unfortunately ya end up ibe into iqinisiba out kwi-media kodwa nakhona ngangina umuntu sonke isikhathi nje uma ngikhola entweni ngima kuyona futhi ngiyimela noma bekuthiwa ngisala ngedwa kuyona ngiyimela njalo.
Okay. All right, then wasuka kwi-Democratic Alliance waphuma. But then kunama parties mos umasipala wangakini ngaleso sikhathi I think ubusalidwa i-IFP yabo because I know ba uleader for isikhathi eside. But I was disappointed njalo mangidlula kaNongoma kunomgaqo wodwa so makune problem emgaqweni wodwa like edolobheni nomgaqo wodwa then kushuthi yonke into imile edolobheni njalo nje mangidlula kaNongoma ngibene madoda. And well bekuphoxa because uNongoma dolobha kufanga ngabe lihlonishwa kakhulu because ngisho isilo sikhona yonke leyo nto leyo. Omunye umuntu wathi mhlawumbe uMncwango umeshiya ku-Democratic Alliance because siyamazi ukuthi umholo njani, maybe uzojoin i-ANC, maybe uzoqala a new political party or maybe uzojoyina i-IFP or amanye ama-parties akhona kwipolitiki yaseNingizimu Afrika. But then you decided to wait until kwaba ne-Action SA, right? And then you joined the Action SA. So why la amanye ama-political parties wayekile waze wakhetha Action SA?
Ngiyawuthanda umbuzo wakho. Kodwa ngikuphendule kanje. Ngithe kwena before ngijoin ipolitiki, ngihlupha kunokufunda.
Yeah.
One thing that is not being said or spoken ile yokuthi yini politics. Now kumina kwafika ukuthi njengamanje I'm out of politics. But ngisayithanda ipolitiki. Kodwa mangibuya kwipolitiki I must join a political party.
Yeah.
Now ngizwa kulombuzo ke wakho ukuthi there were engagements eqhamuka from different parties abantu bekhuluma nami because after I left i-DA there were many parties ekhuluma nami futhi na Action SA nabo IP namanye kanjalo. But iqiniso njomani ama parties amaningi are registered as political parties to contest the election. But they are not political parties. They are cultural organization.
Okay.
Now, I don't take IFP as a political party. IFP ifana yabona IFP ifana lozana. Mabuka indlela iIFP being run. Ungathi ifana nebhola.
Okay.
Mabuka abantu abasupporta iChiefs. Nongathi idliwa kanjani? Bayithanda. But uma uya deep. Kwamina nje mangibuzi iChiefs ngayisupporta kanjani yenze ngutshele. Mambuzi ngithanda kwiChiefs yenze ngutshele. Iyadliwa nenze ngutshele.
Yeah.
Now inkatha i-cultural organization in that way yokuthi ingakho they can mess up nomasipala still get ama vote. You understand?
Yeah.
Indaba because they are cultural organization. Makubuza njengawe umuntu kuyi-media.
Yeah.
Ngithi ngitshele nje 3 key policies ze-IFP ngizongitshela. Mangabuza umuntu we-IFP namhlanje some of them mhlawumbe baseparliament uthi abakutshela economic policy IFP. Hayi baqala bengangazi. Ngoba naba ba understand ukuthi phela lento wayikhanda umntwana lento yakwaZulu ingakho ukusustain kwayo njalo kumele kulinke kwindlunkulu ukusustain nobukhosi. Right? I think wrong, ngisho konke wrong la.
Yeah.
But ngisho ukuthi inkatha is not a political party. It's a cultural organization.
Yeah.
Now umbuzo ke uthi do I want to join a cultural organization or a political party.
Yeah.
Now, umzobheka i-connection yabantu with parties and this cultural organization in the main. Uthola ukuthi ayikho about policies. Inanokuthi sisukaphi, sikuphi and sikhontsha kakhulu ngabantu abathize nama parties then ukuthi organization yona umzobuka nje example enengikhuluma ngayo uzobona ukuthi yena no matter kwenzakalani kwezinye zeindawo uzothola ukuthi KwaZulu-Natal because ispace sakhona sigcina singasabangwa nge-ideology and policies. Sibangwa kakhulu ukuthi yini wena ongayikhuluma ngobukhosi because ipolitiki yakhona is centered around ubukhosi. So ke yikho ngithi ke i-challenge yabalapho and also umzobuka nayo i-ANC ihambe nayo ifuna ukuconnecta back on being a cultural organization in the way uyabona ukuthi you are loyal to the ANC because of being a liberation movement. Aren't that what is it? Uyabona so ingakho nayo uma kuzama election into abakwazi ukuyenza kakhulu in the main ukuthi bakhumbuza abantu ngoSarafina ukuthi no kwakunje mobilize abantu uyabona. Unfortunately akubasebenzeli ke manje ke yabo sokuphelile manje so
sikhumbuza abantu ngoSarafina
so now sokuphelile manje kuyaphela manje so njengamanje uthi andiyabona nje manje thina these two parties okhuluma ngawo amakhulu KwaZulu-Natal le into emangayo ukuthi ikhulume ngobandlululo sasingcenye liberation sula le ngalana ayikho ikhuluma phandle kaSheng. Ayikho nje akekho umuntu I can challenge you now ukuthi you go and listen to a speech of any IFP member whether a parliament or a council ukuthi ukaqedeni a constructive argument without saying anything about umntwana wenzani yabo so ke ngoba ngisho khona I would consider wrong nalokho but for me ngikholwa ukuthi ipolitiki should be about current issues and future. How do we pave the future for the generations to come and all that.
Now asize eThekwini you know ukuthi ipolitiki wena Mncwango angazi ukuthi konakaliphi right but ma ucheck especially kubantu besifazane we have abantu abafana nabo uMbali uNtuli phambilini sasinoma uMazibuko uLindiwe kwakukhona uMandisa uMashego I understand abantu obabonayo ukuthi bangama leaders uyabona ngisho noma bekhuluma you could see ukuthi no this one is a leader right but somehow bayaqhibeka uyabona. Now asize eThekwini for the first time we had the mayor umuntu wesifazane of which is former mayor uMamzandile right but then mawubheka politically izinto ezenzeka abantu abaningi bathi iThekwini laqala ukonakala lapho uyabona ezithekuli into eliyona manje because iqiniso lithi whether you are from ANC noma kuphi but iThekwini libolile uyabona. So what is your take nge-leadership yabantu besifazane and ngifuna mhlambe sizume in especially eThekwini.
Mhlawumbe before ngene kodwa efika kumina before sifike kule question yabantu besifazane because kuna previous question
sure
I think there's something kumele singayilose. Yabona South Africa I know ukuthi kasiningi as leaders we don't say this. I think South Africa should first bonge kuba khona kwe-ANC Mobuke Africa Njomani, i-ANC is the most democratic organization.
Yeah.
Umuzobona,
Yeah.
despite ama-fictions abo, how they elect leaders, baya kunama-tension kuma-conferences,
Yes.
babuye kuma-conferences and move on as organization A1.
Yeah.
And ngicabanga ukuthi the internal democracy of the ANC
Sure.
have led to the stability of the country. And asikhulumi khasiningi lezi zinto lezi.
Yeah, true.
Because kuba sengathi you are praising the ANC.
Yeah.
But iqiniso mase likhuluma as leaders.
Yeah.
Uyazi Njomane, i-ANC is the only liberation movement in Africa that lose power kungabi ne-anarchy.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yabo?
Yeah,
That
true.
lose power and accept losing power.
Yeah.
Iqale into komasipala. They lost power. ANC, if it means they must go to opposition, they go to opposition. And keep quiet futhi abahluphi.
Unlike amanye amazwe la Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yiko ngithi I think I mustn't forget this point. Oyibalekile mfethu ukuthi Njomane singayilahli into ebalekile njengalena ukuthi kumele siyibonge i-ANC and its foundation. Ngoba I think leaders of today ANC asakwazi ukubambelela kulama foundation ukuthi noma kuthiwa kunjani we must resolve izinto peacefully. And I think there's something uMandela ayisho in his speech nakho ekhuluma ezoboshwa, where he said ukufonywa komkhonto wesizwe kufike kwa difficult for the ANC because now they were forced by the system which was not allowing the peaceful means of engaging to result to democracy. Now, ikhosi ye-ANC by that time yayikhuluma nge-peace, not violence.
Yeah.
Now, bayithola besenkingeni yokuthi now you want to form this MK. How do you link the MK with the ANC? Ngoba i-MK kuze ikwazi ukuphumelela into efuna ukuyenza, kumele isebenzise i-violence. Ekubeni ngala ikhosi ye-ANC ayivumelana violence. And the ANC that time uTumadiba they had to convene ukuthi bavumelane ukuthi kumele manje bavume on these stages ukuthi how they fight uhulumeni obandlululo. Now okusho ukuthi they must try yonke lento engama peaceful means kodwa manje babona sebehlulekile bayizamile sebehlulekile. Now bazokwenza kanjani ngoba bayabona manje kufanele besebenzise i-violence but i-constitution ye-ANC ithi no violence. Yabona? So bazovumelana ukuthi kumele kube nale deviation eyenziwa ukuthi if kukhona imember ye-ANC etholakala involved kwi-violence kumele ingayitholi i-contravene i-constitution ye-ANC isimo esiphoqa. So they have to accept that part. Still bavumelana ukuthi i-violence isebenziselwa ukulwa ne-system ngoba i-system isivimbe wonke ama-peaceful means. Uyabona? Now but uyabona ke manje ukuthi i-ANC those values asahleli kuyona ngoba ubantu akunjalo Njomani. Ngabe i-country ethi kwi-crisis ubuke how even this grand coalition ebayikhandile ukuthi bayikhandile kodwa abanye beyothi kukhulunywa kube causwa instability in the country because remember i-ANC had the power access to masoja nani uyabona bebengakwazi cause i-chaos njengoba kwenzeka eZimbabwe makuthiwa vula ama-election umgabe was causing i-chaos bese kunegotiatewa lapho vele uyazi usenepower but i-ANC ayikwenza ngalokho ngakuthi kumele sikuncome okwenziwa i-ANC in terms of allowing a peaceful transition kwi-power. Yes basababuye kwi-power kodwa ubone ukuthi even if abuyelanga i-ANC bizophuma nje kwi-power peacefully qhubeka i-country. And I think our South Africans sonke we owe ubonge ANC. Now coming to your question Njomani, into yabantu besifazane and the challenges of women ayintsha. It's a pity ukuthi I just praised ANC, now I have to go back and criticize the ANC. Look at liberation movement, which is ANC. If you go deep with history, women were in the forefront of the struggle, but not a lot okubhalwa ngabo.
Yeah.
There are very few okubhalwa ngabo. Now, abantu besifazane were not only oppressed by the system. I think society nje ne thinking yethu society ibaqinisa besifazane ngendlela eziningi. Now uyabona la nje emkhumbane kwaba khona kwasuka omama sekhohle igama lomama waba leader ukuthi ubani kodwa uZuma esepresident wamhonorisha that woman sekhohle igama lomama ohlala emkhumbane.
Okay.